Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back. It's Tina, for those of you who don't know me, or this is your first time watching my videos. I do lifestyle videos, and I have a huge update. Your girl moved again, and I think it's low-key oh my god, it's starting to sprinkle. Thank God. So, I moved again. I moved out of Seattle to a suburb of Seattle, and I'm going to have to change my title. Well, no, because that's okay. I'll still keep my title. But right now, I'm exploring this little trail behind my place. It's fucking huge. Oh my gosh, look at how big this, it just goes and goes. This is like property that's undeveloped behind my new spot. And oh my goodness, where does this trail go? Caroline and I, there she is. Caroline and I are like exploring. So for those of you who are like confused why I moved again, if you care, I had been saying that our last place was temporary. So, oh my god, get away from that big ass hole. Our last place was temporary, so until we found a house, and I didn't know how fast we were gonna find a house. Thank God for one of our family friends who has like a bunch of properties and who's allowing us to rent a house through him. So oh my god, this is like trash and shit. They're definitely gonna build houses over here at some point, so I better like enjoy the quiet while I can. This is like a big ass stack of wood, but this is such a like a cool ass little view. I feel like I'm just on the top of a hill. This is literally like behind my house, so it's like super quiet. And I'll just say it, I live in Linwood now, and it's only like a 30-minute drive from Seattle, so it's not too far out of the city, but it's so quiet here. And there's not a lot, obviously there's not a lot of noise, but I'm so excited to start this new journey of my life. Oh, there's a highway over there. And my baby's gonna be born, well, he's gonna live here. I already announced that I'm having a boy, so that's super exciting, and we already figured out his name, but I'm not gonna say it on here because it's special to me, and yeah, I'll just wait on that. But my friends know, and my family knows, so yeah. But what am I talking about here? Yeah, so I gotta figure out like different types of videos to do. I'm definitely gonna like be gardening in a couple of weeks once we are able to you know, get all the little doodads that we need and whatnot and get set up. I'm currently still working on our kitchen, like setting that up, and once that's done and once we get some cleaning supplies, I can't wait to like just relax. But yeah, we moved. We live in a house, a 2-bedroom house, and we're close to like the mall. We're close to a Fred Meyer, if you're from Washington and know what that is. We're close to a lot of stuff, so it's very convenient where we live. And I'm just like super leave it, Bubba's, leave it, leave it, what, leave it. Some kind of poop. I'm just grateful and thankful, you know, to have this opportunity to finally get out of the city. There was just, you know, I was a city girl for like 2 years, and I enjoyed that time while I was there. I definitely had a blast, and then I met my boyfriend, who's now my baby daddy. That's so funny. And yeah, it's just been, you know, up since then, and we live in a house together now. And oh my god, what the fuck is that? Sorry, I'm just like noticing a bunch of stuff. Yeah. My birthday is next Saturday, so I need to plan a little get together. I'm having a party, and I only invited like a handful of my friends because we don't have a lot of parking. I'm actually walking down the path that they're gonna have to park on. So, yeah, but there's this big ass fucking truck blocking it, so I have to not confront them, but ask them like, hey, can you not park here next weekend? So that's gonna be awkward, but I'll keep walking and talking. Going on a walk. I'm trying not to show you guys my house, but it's super cute. It's got a huge yard. Got a lot of work to do on it. Okay, Carol. So lucky we have a little sidewalk because if you go the opposite way down our place, there's no sidewalk. So this is like a nice little walk in the neighborhood. I'm gonna try to do early morning walks with Caroline every day, just so that I have to like keep her on a leash right now because there's holes in the fence. So my family friend, who's my landlord now, he's gonna come fix the fence, or have somebody come fix the fence, and then once that happens, I can finally let Caroline off leash, and that's gonna be nice because it's been so annoying having to take her out on a leash, but she loves the new place. She was so at peace, or like calm and everything, and this only happened when she was, okay, let me rewind. So we were originally going to rent a house in Seattle in like the Columbia City area in November, for cheap as well. But it was just too small. It was a 1-bedroom, and this was before I knew I was pregnant. It was a 1-bedroom. It had a beautiful yard, and it was a nice house, honestly. But I'm so glad that my boyfriend was like, let's just wait because we need more space. And I was like bummed, of course, because I was ready to move out because, I mean, I love the city, but like I've done I've done everything that you could do in the city, so it's like I was ready to leave. But I was saying all that to say, Caroline was like super at peace at that house. And then when we just moved to First Hill, I can now say where I lived because I don't live there anymore. We moved to First Hill into a 1-bedroom apartment that was built in like the 1920s. And the first couple of weeks there, Caroline had mad diarrhea. She was throwing up. She was sick. She was scared because we had a upstairs neighbor who had a husky, and the dog was hella loud, and he kept running and jumping, and she would just like continuously be shaking, and that occurred all the way up until we left. So she did not like that place. It was too much energy for her. I didn't like that place because my car got broken into. At night we would hear, you know, a bunch of screaming from our unhoused folk in the area, and a bunch of yelling, a bunch of arguing, because we live next to an alley, and that's where they would go congregate and, you know, have like their little disputes. So that was like really annoying at like 3, 4 in the morning, 2 in the morning, you know, random times, and it would jolt me out of my sleep. My boyfriend could sleep through anything, but I was like hella annoyed, and it happened like almost every night. So that was super annoying, but I'm glad that we were able to live there for only 2 months. We lived there for 2 months, and I knew it was temporary. And it's so crazy, the power of words, because power of words and manifestation, because I knew, like I kept saying, this is temporary. I'm not going to get settled. We unpacked everything, but we like barely like made it cute. And we had a couple of things, like a couple of gatherings over at our place, but it just didn't feel right. So this is our new place. I plan on being here for at least 2 to 3 years, or 4, something like that. So we'll see as my family grows. I just can't wait to like finally like make it mine. And I've been feeling like I've been, you know, running lately, like in the last, from January to, let's see, January till now. I feel like I've been not settled, and what I mean by running is like I feel like I haven't been able to like sit down and breathe, because I was always like, what's next, and now that I like have my feet planted, now that we have our home, I feel like I'm going to be calm. But let me circle back to how calm Caroline is. Our first night, she came into our, well, we don't want her to sleep in our room. Well, Zell doesn't want her to sleep in our room because he has allergies, but she ended up sleeping in there anyways. So she doesn't sleep on the bed, thank God, anymore. So I made her like a nice comfy spot on the floor. So that was really, you know, calming to her that she could sleep by us, because in our apartment, she wasn't allowed in our room. So now that she's, you know, allowed to be with us, that takes away her anxiety. She wasn't shaking at all. She's just like at a state of calmness, and I think it makes me so happy when she's calm, because she's a nervous Nancy, and she gets it from her mama sometimes, but she's just, she loves going outside. Like our first night there, she woke us up the next day, or woke me up the next day, and was like at 7 o'clock, and she woke me up at 7 o'clock today again, but she was ready to go on her walk or go outside, and she made it known, just staring at me. So yeah, she's calm, I'm calm. I gotta figure out some hobbies, because like I said, it's very quiet here. So I gotta make some friends, and I definitely want to join like a mommy club, which sounds cool. If you've heard of this app called Peanut, there's a, excuse me, I just walked up a hill and I'm pregnant, I'm sorry, I'm tired. There's an app where you can meet new and expecting moms, so I'm finally going to tap into that once I get more settled and, you know, start doing things with people who are like me, you know, create some friendships and all that good stuff. But yeah, here's to a new journey, and I'm super excited about what life's about to bring us. And oh my goodness, I just realized that my nose is getting bigger, and that's part of pregnancy, but I had a small nose to begin with, so there's room to grow. Your girl is a happy girl. Today I need to sit my ass down and write down a list of everything we need, everything I need to do. Towards the end of the week, come here, Bubba's, come on, get away from that thorny plant. Towards the end of the week, I have some work to do. With my job, we're gonna be, come on, Bubba's, oh shit. We're gonna be interviewing our summertime interns, so that's gonna be Thursday and Friday. So I gotta prepare for that. And that should be fun, because we're only taking 10 kids, but more than that signed up, so hopefully it's not a hard rejection for those who don't get in, but there's always next summer. So damn, we're going far. I don't know what the hell that is, but it looks cool. if you ever watched Lost, it kind of looks like the Dharma Initiative building. Damn. I literally put on my rain jacket and my hiking boots to come out here this morning, and my boyfriend's still asleep, and it's 7 in the morning. It's really early, and I was just excited to, start the day, film a YouTube. And we also have the internet folks coming today because we couldn't figure it out by ourselves. So yeah, I hate how the houses here are like literally smack dab right next to each other. I personally live in a fourplex, but it doesn't feel like, I can't even hear my neighbors, to be honest. And we have the in-lot, so we have more space. And yeah, it just feels like we're by ourselves. And I originally was like, I don't want to be next to people just because I was tired of like living in apartments and hearing loud ass noises. And I was, ready to be solo dolo in a house, but we have that, and we're so blessed to be in this position to cultivate it and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell you all about that. And I think we found a new little trail that we're gonna go into, but this is already a long video. If you've made it this far, please leave some suggestions on cute things that I should do for my party. I definitely want it to be outside. We have a deck, and I want to do like a picnic vibe. So there's the parameters. So if you've made it this far, please give me some advice on what we should do or what I should do. So it's like a birthday party / housewarming. So I don't know. I got time this week, so I'm gonna definitely like look through everything. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and log off now, but God is good all the time, and yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. And now that I am steady, I'm gonna do these every Sunday, and I'm gonna try to do something cool, like probably the next Sunday is Mother's Day. So I'm gonna spend the day with my dad, but I could totally do like an evening upload, because I want to go and I want to roll up on him and at church. He's not going to know. And then he goes shopping at Trader Joe's every Sunday, so I want to go with him to Trader Joe's, and I want to get us matching plants, and then I want to take him out to lunch to one of our favorite Szechuan joints in Kirkland. And oh my gosh, it's so nice that we're up in Linwood, because my dad lives in Duval and all my friends are in Seattle. So we're literally we're in the middle of two big freeways. We're in the middle of what is it called? The I-5. Oh my God. We're in the middle of I-5, so I could hop on that and be in Seattle in 30 minutes. And then on the other side is the 405, and I could hop on that and be in Duval in 30 minutes. So we're at that point where everything is 30 minutes away from us, regardless of which way we go. So it's so nice. But work is in Seattle, so it's not going to be terrible. But Caroline missed the bunny up there. But I'm going to literally log off because it is about to be 20 minutes, and yeah. Sorry, I'm taking some pictures. Okay, toodles.